OCBC Arena Hall 1. It's the final game of today, which is the B Division Boys Basketball Final, which is between Jurong Secondary School and ACS Independent. And I have with me here Coach Darren from Hustle Basketball Academy.
Hi, good afternoon.
And ACSI are already on the court, ready to go. Jurong, I think the supporters, are they in here? Yeah. They seem to be running a bit late on their side. So on the spectator stands on the ACS side is pretty full, but I think on the Jurong side, the student leaders are here. They've got their flag going. I don't know, but I think those ones might be because Jurong Secondary School is the convener, right? I think the students who are making the announcements just now are actually from Jurong Sec. But yeah, so now we both heard different stories. You know, we were talking about earlier, Coach Darren, you've said that based on what people are telling you, Jurong is the favorite, but you know, based on my sources, ACSI seem to be the favorite, so
We shall see.
yeah, exactly. That's good. I'm hoping this is going to be a close game. I mean, I think ACSI in the last few years have done quite well. They're known to be a high, you know, sort of firepower, good scoring kind of team. And Jurong is, I guess they're known for just being fighters, right? They're a bit unpredictable. I think last year, if you look at the C Division, they made it to the finals against National Junior College, while ACSI was here battling for third and fourth position against Diamond High. All right, so Jaden, number 18, wins the tip. Gives it to Jack and Rose. Turnover very quickly. A bit of a wild shot, but so both sides look a bit frantic at the moment. Who do you think is going to settle into a rhythm more quickly?
I think we look at defense first.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say earlier, because I think ACSI in previous years have known to the side of the court. I think he's giving instructions to his players. So I think this is the first year that we've seen ACSI kind of emphasize defense a lot more.
Especially on the man-to-man.
Yeah.
Full court man-to-man defense.
All right, I think Larry and Tinker was also on the coaching staff, bringing the adroit brand of defense to this team here. All right, Jaden with the first 2 points for Jurong Sec. And in the meantime, the Jurong fans are filling up the seats. Nice pass inside. Oh, missed that. But yeah, so I think there's still a bit of kind of nerves on both sides, right, at this point. Though probably not as much as the earlier game for the girls' finals. Yeah, so look at that corner trap. Ooh, tough rebound, offensive rebound from number 11, Ao Yong Lok Hang. He's got good height on him.
Yes. The Jurong boys are pretty tall, averagely.
Yeah, they've kind of got a bit of a twin tower situation, right? With this number 11 and number 18 going. Wow. That's a smothering defense from Jurong Sec there as well. Yeah, so if we go back to, you know, the C Division finals last year, some of these kids, right? I think Wait, is Jaden 6'3" or 6'4"?
Jaden is set 4.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, so he was playing the B-Div finals
Yeah.
last year, but I think
Andres is set 2.
okay. Yeah, so on Jurong side you have players who had been to the finals last year.
They have.
And, I mean ACSI, I guess, were they? Well, they were basically a top 4 team, right? So they've been all the way. So they've been in this situation as well. They're not too worried about the moment. Here's Andres. It's early foul. That's 2 for ACSI already. Let's see who else we got here. That's Matthew there. Right, with the steal. Going coast to coast. Doesn't quite make it. Jala, the hustle play there. But doesn't quite come with the ball. But number 11 does. Ethan Liu. Matthew to the basket. Tough finish. So you were saying before that you coached Jala before in primary school?
Oh yes, when he was like 24, 25.
Okay.
Yeah, from Kuchon Presbyterian family.
All right. Well, what do you think of his development now? Seeing him, is this his first outing to OCBC Arena Hall 1?
I don't think this is the first time. I think he has been here before.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen him for like maybe 3-4 years. Yeah, I think he has been developed into a very stable point guard.
It's kind of tall for a point guard, though.
Yeah, he's tall for a point guard. Very good.
Nice little floater off the baseline. Yeah, look at this full court press.
Yeah.
Didn't quite manage to get the results that they want. All right. The crowd here are loving that block from Ethan Liu. I mean, the thing with the full court press is it is risky as well. Like if the other team is composed and they know how to break it, then
Yeah, definitely risky.
you're giving up transition points and
Yeah, but that's also what they want to add pressure to the offense.
yeah. It's early enough in the game as well. But yeah, I think that's the difference between this year and last year, with the use of the full court press, like how often they use it for ACSI.
Yeah, I think in recent years, even internationally, they are picking up the ball handlers full court. So even in Taiwan, all the leagues, yeah.
And that's the thing, like our players need to start getting used to that, right? I do feel that here locally, I don't know, are there a lot of guards that can handle that pressure? Certainly on the girls' side, not a lot of them can. Aston Chua. Tough layup at the basket. ACSI fans are happy with that. See that Jurong screen. Interesting that they gave the ball to Jaden.
Because he's the middle guy that's gonna release off the pressure from the guards.
I know, but they kind of gave it to him too early,
Too
right?
deep,
Yeah,
yeah.
normally you'd think that he'd be at like sort of right at the midcourt and, pass it to him, but the guard kind of gave it up to him and he had to be the one bringing the ball across. I mean, he did a credible job with it, but, for his height, you want him, on the open floor going for the layups.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there he is with the putback. So, 1 point difference. So number 11 sagging off because he was expecting the drive. But that's a good tough finish from Kavian Song. Yeah, so that time, they gave it to Jaden in the middle, and so it looks like Jurong's perfectly fine with being pressed. Like they know what to do. Posting up, turns around. They're not giving him any easy baskets. Okay, Sashi is
Alright,
not happy with something.
The foul is on Matthew.
Oh, okay. But ACSI are in foul trouble already, right? As far as team fouls are concerned. My eyesight's not that great. It's that 5 for 3.
5 to 1.
Yeah, so that's right. The red flag's up with 4 minutes and 35 left to go.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that ACSI got to live with if they want to go for aggressive defense.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, in terms of the discipline of not doing the reach-in fouls and jumping unnecessarily. Oh, it's a nice pass, Kavian. He hesitated for a second, choosing what finish he wanted to do. I think he would have been better off just bumping the guy and going up.
Yeah.
Maybe getting a foul that way. Oh, we have a substitution on Jurong's side with Lee Jin Hong coming in. Kavian looking around, decides to go all the way in. Throws a foul on Jaden.
Jaden has 2 fouls.
In the first quarter, yeah, that's always not a good thing. I don't think he's going to be a key part of this team. Even as a Sec 3 last year, he was quite instrumental in...
he picked up a technical foul.
Oh!
And that's his third.
Yeah.
One thing about all these players, you need to know that you're a key player to the team. So these technical fouls is like detrimental to the team.
Yeah, and he's got to sit out now, and it's, early in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So they get the free throw, and they get possession. Yeah, look, he's going to remember that he'll probably be targeted, on the defensive end, because like last year, it's coming back to me now in B-Div because they had shut down, I think they had the other center, right, Boyan, that's right. They shut him down quite effectively, and then, Jaden was the one that kind of stepped up, right? Yeah. And there was a big difference to the game. So, I mean, this time, being a Sec 4, yeah, he's got to be available for the game. So, let's see. It's also down to the depth of the bench.
Yeah.
Who do you think's got a better bench? Which team do you think has a better bench?
Better bench?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about the bench, but the players, like the main players, I think from what I think as of current will be ACSI.
Okay.
They have some Sec 3s that are pretty experienced too. Like number 24, Look Hui.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke, Kavian, these are the Sec 3 set. We play outside a lot. Number 10, Ezekiel. Actually, I don't know if Ezekiel's Sec 3, Sec 4. But the thing with Jurong Sec is, I think what we've seen, especially from last year, right, with the C diff and B diff, like Sashi's just able to get the fight out. He's able to make his team
Yeah.
play hard.
The team buys in.
Yeah. That's tough to beat when the team buys in. Let's see. What does it mean when Larry's out there with his hands wide open like
Asking the players to
that? Space out?
space out maybe.
Yeah. Oh.
And us too.
Oh.
Oh.
We're going to count that?
No, it's not.
So for team fouls, we're at 4 and 7. So if that's the number of fouls we have after 6.5 minutes of play, that's what I was asking you. What do you think? Do these teams have a deep enough bench to be able to survive giving up a lot of fouls? Because I think both sides are playing hard, and the fouls are going to be inevitable.
I guess players got to step up, especially from the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a test for both teams.
Yeah. But yeah, I like that, the bigs on Jurong are quite comfortable handling the ball, right? That time, Aoyong Rohan got the ball in the middle and he's there with the handles against the press. We also have number 2, Cedric, on the floor for Jurong right now. And I think, are they going to call the foul on him, Cedric? That was Kavian going to the basket. Makes the first one. Yeah, as far as composure goes, I think both teams are about the same, right? They're both kind of playing hard. No one's really making silly mistakes. They're still going for that press, which, Jurong is comfortable with, but I guess it slows them down maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? I mean, they haven't been able to sort of get many steals out of it, but
it's just different.
Yeah.
Oh. Clock.
Alright. ACSI fans are celebrating the expiry of the shot clock, which I guess is a testament to effective defense. So, Ezekiel Tan, very comfortable looking shot.
This boy has range.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess quite a few of them too, right? I think on both sides you will have shooters.
Yeah, but more consistent
Really?
From what I see for the past few games.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who are the shooters on the Jurong side?
Jurong side, I never watched Jurong that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Andres a good shooter, I wonder? The zero.
More of drives, I guess.
His go-to move is just getting to the basket. Right. But yeah, I think maybe in the second half of that first quarter, Jaden having to sit out. They've had to make some adjustments, right? I don't think they planned for him to sit out that early.
Yeah, definitely.
So the question now is, how long is Sashi going to sit him out, right? Because you bring him back too early.
There's a risk.
Yeah.
But got to see how the rest of the team step up without his presence for that shot.
He's been sitting out for a few minutes, and we're looking at a 9-point gap now. Because, I mean, aside from being a defensive presence, they do need him for, putting points on the board.
Yes.
Wow, so how quiet the crowd suddenly got. I think they're trying to hear what the ref has to say. Unfortunately, we're too far to be able to hear what he's saying.
I think it's the shot clock. It wasn't running.
Oh, okay. All right. JURONG to Ian Tour. He puts up a shot. It's off to the side. Ezekiel tries to start the fast break. It's not well controlled. Caden trying to make the moves, but doesn't finish it. Jara asking for the screen, but doesn't get it. And off to the races. It's a bit of a risky pass there. But I believe it's JURONG possession still, right?
Yes.
So we have a substitution on the side of ACSI. So yeah, Luke has just entered the game. Andres, tough under basket against a lot of resistance there. And not quite enough to finish, but I thought he was going to get a putback, but it was blocked. And now Andres speeding up. That was a good finish. Ezekiel looks like he thought about doing the same thing, decided to pull back. Tough layup, but Ethan doesn't get it to fall.
Team fouls are pretty much the same.
Yeah. And that's just the first quarter.
17 fouls for both.
All right, Ethan makes his free throws. Quite funny, I'm looking at the coaches of both teams. They have exactly the same pose, and it's tall, like, arms and arms on their hips on both sides. Let's see which one starts to get emotional first.
Still by Kevin.
8-point lead. Oh. Wow, I like how he managed to wiggle out of that triple team. It's a pity he didn't.
Two shots.
He didn't convert, but they've earned 2 shots out of this. I must say that was quite impressive. Number 11.
Yeah, the move.
Also because, he's kind of skinny, doesn't look particularly strong. I thought there's 3 people on him, but he kind of managed to weave his way out of that. Oh no, they didn't earn 2 shots. They had to give up 2 shots that Ezekiel is going to take. 8 seconds left of the first quarter.
Right. Andres is on 2 fouls too.
So he's been subbed out. Pretty solid free throw shooting there from ACSI. Okay. Rebounding instead. Oh, he didn't. All right. Larry got upset first. He's jumping up and down, throwing his head back with that foul. And there I thought Sashi was going to get upset because, like number 15 was wide open. He was running up and, his player didn't see him.
Yeah.
All right, Ian To Jiacheng makes a free throw. His first points of the game. Doesn't make it a
2
double.
seconds.
Okay, let's see how they manage the clock. Yeah, but this compared to the last game, right? He really waited, like he took his time to get close and then released the shot. Whereas I think in the earlier game, what we saw was
Early shots.
yeah, they had 8 seconds left, and I think she kind of released it too early. So, do we have visibility to the stats for the first quarter? So these games are being analyzed using AI, and the team stats are being generated. So player stats AI can generate individual stats as well. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. I think on the KOTC Instagram accounts, there's information out there. I think Player Stats AI also has an IG account. And I mean, maybe we'll wait for the next quarter. So I think it takes a while. Not quite real time yet, because it is pretty complicated to, for the camera to kind of detect the players and the ball and generate the stats that way.
Yeah.
But I would say the software is getting better and better, taking less and less time to generate these stats now, compared to I think like last year was the first time I looked at it. I think the wait time used to be longer. But it's interesting, because like for the software, I don't know if you've seen it yet, Darren. Like they have like the shot charts, and they actually mark it out on the floor, like where you take the shots and makes versus misses.
I see. Haven't really seen it yet.
Well, check it out. You get a chance.
Ethan with the bank shot.
Yep, it's 10-point lead. Oh, Andrews, they're gonna call that charging or a blocking foul?
That's on.
All right, they call it a blocking foul.
Matthew. Jaden is back.
Well, I think they do need him to come back, right? I think Sashi's gonna just take a gamble and see how it goes. I mean, if you look at the girls' game earlier, Michelle had 3 fouls fairly early on, and she kind of managed to stay on till the end with the same 3 fouls.
But that's how disciplined he is.
Yeah. They need him for rebounds, they need him for points. At this point, it's to see the rest of the team know how to kind of cover for him so that he's not left in that situation where
It's alone.
he's alone under the basket, with a guy driving in at full speed. It's always very tempting for these kids to jump. All right, number 24, Aiden Chong is back for Jurong. Oh,
turnover.
yeah, you see this whole thing with,
Matthew.
Matthew with a tough lay. So they're gonna bring this up quickly. Aiden Chong gives it to Andres, drives middle, lovely drop-off pass to Jaden. Well, that's why you need him back in the game. Look hung there with a deflection. It's a little bit risky, but you know, Jurong are gambling right now on their defense, right? They're taking risks.
Yeah, they're taking.
They didn't get. You would have thought that they get the rebound though. Jala kicks it out outside to Matthew. You know, from this angle, we could see that it was a little bit off, but it hit the rim just at the right angle for it to just kind of go in anyway. Andres drops off another pass, but Aoyong Hang not quite ready to receive that pass this time, so it's a turnover.
Yeah, I think right now they have to be ready for every passes that Andres is making.
Yeah.
He's creating a lot of chances for the Jurong side. Get the rebound.
Jala with a dubious decision to shoot, but it's alright. But Kagan being picked up off the ground by his teammates. And he's going to free throw line again. Gets the friendly bounce from the rim. It's the Twin Towers handling the ball.
Yeah.
Bringing it up. I don't know if that's, part of the game plan, but it's an interesting decision. Okay, Jaden going out for the screen. And number 24, Aiden. A little bit hesitant there. Didn't know whether to pass it in or kick it out the side, and Andres was kind of caught off guard. I mean, he was parked at the shooter's corner just now, so maybe that is part of his job. Oh. Tough rebound there. And again, we have number 11. Bringing the ball up. Having to bend a long way to stay low. So, Aiden into playmaking mode. It's a little bit too far out to post up. Andres fumbles that rebound, and now they get the ball to Ezekiel. Kicks it outside. Matthew decides to reset. Drives in, but the paint is crowded. Crowded with tall people at that.
That's on Matthew.
How many does he have?
3.
Oh,
Same.
that's not good. And he's being subbed out. But, Larry gives him a high five. Doesn't seem overly upset about it. So Jala comes away with the rebound. Aston Choi had actually run down really early on. He cuts across baseline. He's feeling opportunistic. He had run down very early, but nobody got him the ball, so he was determined to get the ball. So that baseline cut. kind of snuck across. Andrews with another tough layup. Doesn't convert this time. Aston is blocked.
Oh.
No.
That's a fourth foul, no? Oh, it's a foul on Ashton.
Okay. Yeah, Jaden looked kind of pale for a while at that point.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was a pretty good block. Oh, gonna kick it ahead. Andres going up to the basket. Nice move. Handled the traffic well. And I think Coach Larry has seen enough. Asked for a timeout. 5:57 to go. You know what? I hadn't been looking at the score, and all of a sudden it's like a 15-point gap.
Yeah, it was even more just now.
So what do you think it was that, made them pull away?
I think it's all the fast break opportunities for ACSI. They have to stop the penetration to the basket. Yeah, without their big man, somebody got to fill up the void on the defensive side for JURONG.
Yeah, and I guess it wasn't so much, the fast breaks, a lot of them, well, it's about 50-50, I'd say. Some of them were just from deflections, but the rest were just off them not getting the offensive rebounds, right? And ACSI, like they would take shots and...
I think JURONG has to cut down on their turnovers also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. I think like half of them were turnovers, but the other half were probably just, they took shots that weren't that high percentage. When they missed, ACSI was there with the rebound, and, they went into transition a lot quicker. I think when JURONG gets the rebound,
they slow down. They are being slowed down by the defense of ACSI also.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so they haven't been able to get those transition plays.
Yeah. On the JURONG side, only Andres is like trying to slash in more.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have thought that Aiden would try and do that a bit more, but he hasn't. And we have a few here. And I mean, he was open. He had his feet set. It was a comfortable looking shot. I mean, the play is for you to park in that corner, and that's literally what you're supposed to do, right? And he was ready for it.
Well, he has quite a high percentage in all the corner shots.
Yeah. Jaden, tough finish. Oh, I thought he was going to go in. Managed to get the rebound, but yeah, but these are the shots, you know what I mean? Like they do get the opportunities, but they're not high percentage shots, and then they don't come away with the rebound. Meanwhile, Jared, nice floater. I think that's his second floater of the game, right? And all of a sudden, we're looking at 20 points. All right, let's see what Sashi can cook up to close the gap. All right, going back to the game from this morning, overturning an 18-point lead. So let's see if JURONG's going to give us a interesting comeback. Who do you think's rotated their players more? I think probably ACSI, right?
Yeah, ACSI rotated more players. Whereas like JURONG side, I think there's only 7 or 8 players.
So that might be the answer to our question earlier on who do you think has a deeper bench. So it looks like Larry's more comfortable.
I think sometimes also depends on whether the coaches are willing to try their players in such moments. Yeah, maybe some bench player might step up suddenly. you'll never know. Like give you a
Yeah.
miracle.
Yeah, it's whether you want to risk it. Well, look, we do have Cedric in the game. He was in earlier, but Jala finds number 11, Ethan inside him. Set up for a shot. Nope. Okay, Jurong with the rebound, but yeah, you see, like when they do get the defensive rebounds, they're not trying to push the pace.
Yeah, I think they are pretty much playing at a slow and safe pace. Oh, that's a
It's
travel.
travel. It's a pity. I don't know if you want to be slow and safe if you're down 20. Honestly.
Yeah, that's right. But I think because of the first quarter, they have been making pretty much turnovers from the fast pace.
Yeah.
Probably they want to slow it down.
Yeah, you see, in that situation, right, I think Cedric should have gone up to help earlier because the guy was going past Jaden already. You don't want Jaden to have to guard someone going to the basket with 3 fouls. The help has to come earlier. It's a pretty reasonable move, but doesn't finish. Let's see if we can get this one. Good offensive rebound. And Cedric manages to get it to fall. See if we can get a comeback going. But ACSI are kind of slowing it down and kind of disrupting their momentum, I guess. Ezekiel picks the ball up too early, but manages to give and go. There's a foul. That should be on Cedric, right?
All of bounds.
Oh, really?
It wasn't called a foul.
Wow, okay.
It was like a clean.
Right, clean block. That's good. Tavian for 3. Nope. Aiden gets the ball. Thought about pushing the pace.
Now
Andres.
yeah.
I like that. He's not waiting. Like, he has a sense of urgency.
Yes.
So we're down. I don't like being down. Okay. Couldn't find the cutter. Decides to go for the shot. That was a good play, but it's still ACSI ball.
I think these few possessions, ACSI is like settling on the outside shots.
Alright, there you go, long arms. You need him for the rebound. Let's see. That's a tough layup. It's a difficult angle, but well, at least they retain possession.
Back to 16 points.
With 17 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, go up.
That's a travel.
Yeah, he couldn't decide whether he wanted to pass or to go up, and he kind of sort of passed to himself. Ciara asking for the screen, but doesn't get any. Sets drive, kicks out to Luke in the corner. It's a race to the finish line. That was pretty well timed by the defender. But credit to Aiden. Hustled for it, you know, while maintaining his balance. Very important. Yeah, he had, like, you know, he had his feet planted and he was set wide. He was ready for the contact. He was ready for the hustle, which is, you know, for those of you who watched the earlier game, the girls' finals, that was one of the issues that we were facing. The players playing hard, but, you know, not being balanced on their feet. Ethan kind of misreading the situation there, and the ball goes out of bounds. Well, we have a timeout. Yeah, I think from memory, Jurong doesn't use that many players either. I mean, there are very few teams that do. Realistically, right? Most teams will go 8.
About 8, 9. Yeah, about 8.
Yeah, usually it's about 8. But yeah, looking at the Twin Towers from Jurong and the amount of ball handling they're doing up here,
Yeah.
I was thinking of like early in the season, because I watched some of the Guangyang games, and they also have like the Twin Towers, their Twin Towers, and like Mason and Chase.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, I was kind of rooting for them, but it was difficult for them to get past, I think, a lot of teams, because it's a similar problem that we have, right? Your bigs are skilled, but if they have to be bringing up the ball, past half court, you're not getting the advantage of you having Twin Towers, or you want them under the basket. You want guards to be able to feed them.
It's just like how RGS had Michelle bringing up the ball.
Yeah. And by the time she kind of has to drive all the way to the basket, she's tired, and the finishing isn't that great. So I would say that, Jurong's advantage is, they've got like these, Andres, Cedric, and Aiden. They've got like kind of these energetic guards, which I think Guangyang, the guards seem more inexperienced. I wasn't very familiar with that team, but I could see that a lot of times, they weren't making use of the Twin Towers that they had, right? So they would have like Mason or Chase on the floor, but the guard would be like trying to drive in against help side.
Yeah, I think Guangyang has a very good interior players, but their guards maybe less experienced as compared to the rest of the national schools.
Yeah. So, look at this. It's the truth. It's like number 11 and Jaden, like everyone else, is down near the basket.
Yeah.
Not sure what is up with that. All right, it's going to line up for a shot. Let's see if they make. Jurong haven't really converted any threes, right?
Not yet.
Oh, that's an interesting call. Okay, and looks like Coach Larry is going deeper into his bench. We've got number 8, Mukundan Ramanathan. On the floor, it's been tossed to guard Jaden. He gets the ball way outside the three-point line. That's tough. Gets its own rebound. Manages to earn 2 shots. Yeah, so I mean, like before as well, I still believe that, if Jaden had gotten the ball a little bit closer to the rim, less dribbles to the rim, I think his percentage is going to be higher, right?
Definitely an advantage for them.
Free throw is good. Larry's getting very animated. It's a lot of gesturing, and I can't hear what he's shouting. I'm surprised. Usually I would expect Sashi to be the one doing that. Okay, Jurong get possession back. Jaden. Nice throw foul, and
Even that's the third foul.
okay. So we've got a few people with 3 fouls. The first half, right? That's Matthew and now Kavian. And that's true, actually. Matthew's been sitting out for quite a long time since he did his 3rd foul, right? Okay.
Whereas Jaden is on for the whole quarter with 3 fouls.
Yeah, I remember we were saying, well, the gamble is paid off, right? He's been on the whole quarter, hasn't fouled, and he's put a few points on the board, although he missed that second free throw. Let's see. Kind of less than one possession. Luke goes for three from the corner. Yeah, we've had a few corner threes from ACSI now. Come on, pick up the pace. Jaden, 12th layup, doesn't get the friendly bounce. Ooh, that was risky right there. You saw that, right? The frustration of a young player when they miss a layup and he goes back and tries to swipe at someone.
He shouldn't even have tried to go for the steal when he's on three fouls, right?
Yeah, so he's on. He's on three.
Foul on 11. Oh, Young.
Yeah. Lok Hang, that's his third.
Young Lok Hang.
Yeah, and then Andrews has got two as well. I mean, at some point you're going to have to foul if you want to, play good defense. But it's these sort of like the silly reach-in fouls when you get beaten and then you just try and like make up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that making up for it doesn't often work well.
Back to 15 points.
All right. Well, depending on the pace, it's a doable gap.
Yeah.
But
I mean, 18 points in the morning has been come back.
And that's right. I mean, I don't know this SCGS team that well, but I don't think they're particularly fast-paced. All right, so let's look at the stats we've got now. Right. Stats up right now, and again, same thing, right? The number that stands out the most, turnovers.
Yeah, turnovers. Jurong has 11.
I would have thought that ACSI would have had more assists, but I suppose the assists would be the two corner threes that they kick out, and then they made the shots. Rebounds, as we expect, you've got Jaden in there with those long arms, 16 to 12. ACSI getting some steals off the press. All right, we've got a 3.5 minute break. We'll see you later. Alright, we're back. It's the second half of the game. And ACSI on. So, you know how we were talking about the rings being uneven and one being bouncier than the other? Didn't seem to affect ACSI just now. So maybe there's no real science to that. Handing out to Andres. Oh, that's not a good decision. Turnover. Jaden was running next to Jala. It's going up, but you know, at least he didn't try to reach in for that. Alright, they get a deflection. Oh. Number 1 from Jurong, Ian Toe. Oh. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
He was already up there. I mean, like, no one's going to block that. He was, like, way up there. He should have just...
Maybe he felt that he moved off too early. That's why he was
I don't know. Those long arms, he's basically right there. It doesn't even... It's just a finger roll, right? But alright, we got Jaden at the line. You get that with the kids that you coach a lot, like sometimes, you know, making the extra passes is the best decision.
I think that's on their decision making. I will ask them to attend if they are near to the ring. At least there's a bit longer there for the rebound.
Exactly. So if he had finger rolled and missed, Jaden's there for the rebound, right? I mean, you know, drawing fouls is part of the game. And we have someone reaching out ahead, but was that Essen again reaching out ahead? Fabian going for an athletic finish, but
It's 4 fouls or I think it's Oh Young Tok Hang.
oh really? That's not good either.
One of the
We thought Jaden was going to be the one in trouble, and meanwhile, you know, Lohan is quietly accumulating fouls on the court. We need to pay attention to the team for basketball. He's just leaking out. He's very opportunistic, and he's wide open. His teammates haven't exactly found him. They do. They're a pretty good conversion rate. I like hustle from Mukundan. Oh. Okay, Andres. I thought he was dangerously close to the sideline at that point. Andres before he passed it back in. And we have a substitution. Yeah, they had to take him out. And it's just the start of the third quarter. So it's a question of how long he's going to sit out now. Cedric is back in for Jurong Sec with Ian Cho making the free throw. Well, Larry's gone to a different position now. He's crouching down in the corner. It's intense. Surprised to see how relaxed Sashi's doing the pace up and down in front of the bench. What was that called? Foul off the bench? A foul off the ball?
flop. Referee is calling a flop on Diallo.
Really?
Yeah. I think previously has a warning.
You buy it? Do you think it was a flop?
I'm not sure. I mean, I trust the calls of the ref.
You know, but based on him being one of your former players, I suppose in primary school they don't really learn stuff like flopping here.
I never teach him that, so yeah.
Right, and it's going to be ACSI ball. Oh, he managed to let him cut in. It was, well, he managed to get past, but it sped up and then just didn't save enough juice for the finish. You know, his 1-2. So do they call that as clean or is it a block? Jaden with a nice spin there, but doesn't quite convert. Tinder's just chill. He's sitting on the bench, his arms crossed. Meanwhile, Larry's got all kinds of gestures going. Yeah, nice move, but doesn't quite control it. You know, when they do memes of the coaches, right?
Yeah.
Matthew at the line. This is his free throw. I mean, the scoring has been pretty evenly spread out on the ACSI side, right? Yeah. You would have expected, like, you know, for them to have kind of high-scoring individuals, but you know, it's been a team effort. Here comes Matthew with the steal. He's making up for lost time, having set up for quite a bit with the early fouls. See, Jurong not getting across the half-court line effectively that time. They give it to Cedric. Post moves. Tough. Ooh, gets it back. Come on. Stat padding. I'm sure he doesn't mean it, but you know, from a spectator's standpoint. Jaden. Rebound and the sneaky pass out. Gives it to number 1 who's met at the rim with some tough defense. Tough, disciplined defense. He didn't kind of swipe with his hands. Jaden pulls up for 3. It's pretty close. And meanwhile, we have a player down. That's Ian. He looks like he's cramping out. Is that a cramp or something else? Cramp.
Probably them.
Pretty early to be cramping out though. Probably didn't hydrate himself enough. But getting some help right now. We're gonna need some mops. Right, Coach Qingde
I think
to the rescue with the mop. Yeah, you forget we don't have Team Nila at these games, huh?
Team Nila, yo.
Yeah, I know, because, you know, Qingde's the one mopping up the sweat right now.
I think he can volunteer to be Team Nila. Always caring for the players' safety.
Yeah, I'd rather see him, you know, on the court though. And even Larry got in there to kind of inspect the spot, make sure that it's all right. Jella to the corner to Eston. Kicks it back. Who did they call that on? Is it Kavian?
Oh, it's on Kavian.
And how many does Kavian have right now?
4. Kavian has 4.
Yeah, Jaden, not patient enough that time, right? With the footwork, rushing the offense. Jala puts up a little floater. So Kavian's got 4. Is he the only one with 4? No, Lok Hang also has 4.
Yes.
Alright. But well now, Larry's leading in there. Yeah, that was a little bit unexpected move. I guess he kind of didn't plan it well enough.
Yeah.
And we have a timeout. You think Larry's going to sit Kavian now?
Probably not.
I mean, he has options, right?
Yeah. I don't think he's worried about any player fouling out.
All right.
Like one or two, fine.
Right, so he's just gonna kind of, because he's kind of in the rhythm anyway, just let him play on.
I think he can continue.
So, despite some, changes here and there, the gap's still about the same.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still a fair bit of time though.
That's like another quarter.
Yeah. But do you think that fouls on either side will sort of change the narrative significantly?
I think ACS is on the more team foul side.
Yeah. Yeah, there are more team fouls. They have, people with 4, people with 3. So the question is, if they really do kind of get into foul trouble, is Jurong going to be able to capitalize on that?
Yeah, but they are not really capitalizing on the foul trouble.
Andres, impressive, going to the basket. Kavian almost travels again that time. He kind of really picked up his other foot.
Oh no.
Aiden. Hard fall to the ground.
Always on Ezekiel.
Okay. He's okay, right? I think this is like his first foul or something.
But that part where Matthew was there, it was like kind of a close call.
But well, the red flag's up. Although this is
Jurong has to
Cedric at the
convert
line.
all these free throws.
Yeah, I mean, with this quarter, the red flag's up a lot earlier, right? It's like 5.5 minutes left. I think earlier in the game it was like 4.5 minutes. Yeah, you want to make use of that if you want to turn the game around. It's 13 points now. Let's see if they can get a stop. All right, pretty good defense there. Matthew going full speed. They stopped that, but how are they giving them second and third chances, right? Like that first layup from Matthew. And again, at this point, once they kind of flash to the middle, the wings on the side are not going down quick enough. Good sign, but Ian was not ready for it. Yeah, again, interesting spot to try and get a perspective from Larry crouching at the corner. It's like,
Just trying to get a good view.
I don't know, man. The crouching tiger.
Oh,
Matthew off layup. And the ACSI crowd are loving this. That's good core strength right there. Interesting that, you know, the Jurong sec, the student leaders have these signs that say like quiet please. And then when you flip it around the other side, they've got like clap times 9 or like different instructions. Yeah, they've got the quiet please.
but now it's ACSI shooting free throw though.
Yeah, it's good sportsmanship. I like that the student leaders are, you know, respectful to their opponents. All right, Luke makes a free throw. So number 8. Joven Chan for Jurong. Cedric, tough put back. So these are fresh legs, right? Number 8 for Jurong. And don't get scooped by that, it's alright.
So he just came up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so you wonder for players like that, right? I mean, with the crowd responding the way they do. How they're gonna. Okay, Andres, whoa. That was a well-timed. Yeah, I've just been a few of them like that from the ACSI this game, right?
Open shot, look.
Oh. Yeah, we're getting the bouncy effect on the other side of the court this time. Andres asked for a screen, spin moves. Nice.
There you go.
Lee Jin Hong, Jurong is very happy with that. The signs now reading says, let's go Jurong.
9 seconds.
Yeah, the defense has been pretty solid.
Oh, got a run back.
Okay, passes ahead. Oh. Well, Cedric has been making a positive impact on the game, right? It's a few tough offensive rebounds. He had a putback just now.
Yeah.
Loses it this time, but manages to draw a foul. And I think Joven Chan, number 8, trying to find his footing in the game still, but he's hanging in there. Let's see if they can get it to a single digit.
I think that's Jaden's 4th foul.
Is it? Oh. Yeah, he was about to protest right there. Okay, he's protesting Sashi.
And our fresh legs on the court.
All right, you know.
23 from Jurong.
I like the confidence of Sashi, you know. Number 23, Tan Yong Hong. Matthew, tough shot.
That's the risk.
Yeah. Not sure what his game plan is, but I think number 23 wasn't quite ready to, you know, be in the thick of that action within the first few seconds of him getting on the floor. He gets a rebound though. Bring it to the side. Straight to the rim, a little bit too hard. Oh, able to get the loose ball. Cedric, right up to him. Young Hong. But you know what? I give him credit.
For trying.
Yeah, that he didn't get spooked out because he came on the floor. He was in some tough situations. You know, it was like turning the ball over. He gets the ball there. I think if they had been like, if he's not a fighter, he would have just sort of passed it away and deferred. He went to the rim. So I think you got to give him credit for that. Number 23.
That was a
Han
good
Yong
try.
Hong. Yeah. I think this is the trademark of the Jurong players, right? I mean, when you look at the footwork when he came on, like when he was defending, doesn't look all that experienced or fast, but you know, they've got fight in there. Cedric asking for the ball, yeah, and teammates trusting him. Makes the pass, see if he can get the layup to go in. They do. Yu Chun Hong. So Sashi going to his bench and, you know, getting production out of them. Getting a stop, but who do they call that foul on? Is it Andres? He's on 2.
On.
Yeah.
I just realized Turn is on 4 foul, that's why he's out on the bench. For a pretty long while.
Yeah, I know, right? So it has come down to what we talked about. It's like, oh, we didn't see Andres there, but you didn't make that. Okay, Cedric, offensive rebound. Andres, come on. Third time lucky, and he gets the foul. Well, I was trying to see if they could close it down to a single-digit lead by the end of the third quarter, but not quite. We're going to put back. The percentage of the putbacks hasn't been great for all of the teams that we've seen today. Matthew. Another tough layup. Oh, that's a bad turnover. So at this point, I mean, if you've got a player like Matthew and he's going to the basket hard, what would you do?
As in, if I'm a
if you're Jurong.
I'm Jurong.
Yeah, I mean, like he's.
I mean, the Twin Towers are not there. That's why he's like ready to drive in to draw the thing and stuff.
I mean, the Twin Towers basically are in foul trouble, right? But at this point, you know, would you just... I mean, Sashi seems to be ready to use his bench. Would you just take your bench and just throw bodies at him?
Probably will just try to make use of their bodies to take out some fouls or like slow him down. Yeah. Oh, there's no need to foul.
Yeah. Oh well. Cleveland throws a foul. Goes to the line. Can't shake that 16-point gap.
Yeah. At least the bench is like keeping the score, maintaining the score.
Yeah, I mean the bench are doing a credible job, I must say. So corner 3 doesn't fall. Gilvin gets the rebound. Andrus. It's a little bit of a dangerous play there, but he manages to draw the foul. And Sashi calls the rest of the players over to give them a quick pep talk. So I think he's saving his twin towers for the fourth quarter, huh?
Yeah.
He's going to sit them out the whole way. Jolene makes his free throw. He's picking up full court. Managed to get past. Yeah, see, they got the stop that time, but they didn't get the offensive rebound. Good timing as well with the release of that shot, right?
Better decision making.
Yeah, I would say, you know, for U16s, the clock awareness is pretty good. But then again, I mean, you know, these are the teams that made it to the finals. I think B division is usually the toughest division, right? Because it's the most number of schools that you have to play against in order to get there.
I think especially both teams have been to like the top 4 mostly for the past few years.
Yeah. What's that? 36 rebounds versus 17 rebounds. That is a huge gap. Although I will say, we did see, I did say before, there's some stat padding rebounds right there.
Yeah, but they are not converting on the opportunities.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, the numbers are inflated because doing a bit of an Angel Reese rebounding that's there. We've got Ezekiel, Kavian, Diala, Matthew, and Ethan's back on the floor. Right, they rested him for quite a while.
Yes.
And I guess on the other side, as we predicted, Jaden and Luke Hang are back with Andrus.
It's down to the last 10 minutes.
Aiden, and he's up to the goal with number 7, Lee Kyun Hong. All right, let's see what kind of fourth quarter fight back we're going to get from Jurong Sec. Who, I don't know if you saw the post by, I think it was like SG Basketball, the local guy that Instagram account. He did like a compilation. I think Jurong Sec on the boys' side historically have won the most B-League championships.
B-League championship. Yeah.
I think
ACSI haven't won a championship yet over the years.
Well, to be fair, ACSI as an institution is quite new because he started his count from 1988. Right, and you know, Jurong have been around for a long time. I think ACSI, I don't know if they've been around for that long, and they weren't really a basketball school before. Ethan making an impact straight away. Yeah, it's a bit of a dangerous pass right there. When he gave it back to the guard. The risk of back. Oh, Matthew with the steals.
Oh, Matthew picked up his 4th foul.
Yeah, so this is what we were talking about earlier, right? Whether things like fouls are going to change the sort of momentum of the game, and that's very early on for him to be picking up his 4th foul. So Kavian in that situation as well.
Yes.
And had he kind of jumped a little bit more, that could have been called for a foul too. He's not in foul trouble though, is he? No, he is. He's on 4 as well.
Yes, he's on 4
So
and he's taking a risk also.
Yeah.
And he's guarding a big man. Oh.
You saw that, right? Jaden with the swipe. Dude, don't do these swipes. You've got 4 fouls and 9 minutes left of the fourth quarter.
He got away with that.
Yeah, he did. Let's see.
There's so many swipes.
Oh. That was a key block there. Who do they call that on? Aston, probably. I think Aston's okay, right? He's not one of the people in foul trouble. Oh no, well, he's on 3 right now. But 3 in the fourth quarter is reasonable, right?
I mean, yeah.
You wouldn't worry about it?
Especially like you're down. There we go.
Yeah. It's a reasonable shot. He gets his own rebound. Oh. Jaden was right there, but didn't manage to get Lokhan though. Comes away with the rebounds. Jurong. Greater sense of urgency. Oh.
Kevin is afraid of drawing the contact.
Okay, yeah.
Let him go.
Well, you know, that's good decision making by Junhong then. Then you should go at him every time, right?
Definitely.
Come on. Pass it ahead. Mm. 11 points. Yeah, so let's see how the defense changes now with all these people. You know, there are a lot of people on the floor now with 4 fouls.
Yeah. I think Larry's gonna take Kavian out for a while.
Yeah, I mean, he has options.
I mean, if he don't dare to go and play defense on 4 foul, then it's also detrimental to the team.
Yeah,
it's not helping the team. Yeah.
They're giving away these layups, right? Especially if, you know, like that number 7 of Jurong. I don't know if he's picked it up or that's just the kind of player that he is. He's just going to the basket every time. You know? Alright, Jurong taking a while to come out of this timeout.
I think for the players on ACSI side, if you are on 4 foul, I think you should be more confident to go and defend properly because you have a deeper bench than Jurong. So shouldn't be afraid of fouling out at that point of time.
And Jurong have players with 4 fouls too.
Yeah.
Right, so they're all kind of in the same boat. But at this point, do you think the players are kind of aware that they should be trying, like who they can drive in on? Like who's going to be hesitant? Oh, he was a little bit hesitant there, but I think that is the characteristic of this number 20, Aston. I like that in a player. Like he's just opportunistic all the time.
Oh no.
Jaden. I don't think he called bank, but you know, 3 points is 3 points.
3 points.
Single digit. Oh, Jurong are asking for backcourt, but I don't think that is the case. The momentum is shifting. All right, turnover.
Matthew is back.
We pull Aston out. Ezekiel guarding the ball handler. Oh, He nearly did not get that. But I must say the hustle of Matthew. Oh. Andres. They didn't call the foul, it was just out of bounds, right? It was like off the foot of ACSI.
I think it's a foul.
Oh, really? So, team fouls for...
Mukun. Mukun is also on 4 fouls.
Oh, wow. Okay. ACSI team fouls is 3 right now.
Oh.
That is a big shot. That is a big shot. And the Jurong crowd is going crazy. The people are jumping up and down. No. Okay, so
He's fouled out.
He's fouled out, but you know, at this point, you got to also contain your emotions and not let it affect the rest of the team too much, because they've just, you know, got this momentum going.
Yeah, gotta let it go. Oh,
no, Jaden is.
That's a tech foul.
Yeah, that is unnecessary. See, Jaden was trying to calm him down.
That was unnecessary.
Right, it was right at that moment that we were saying that, you fouled out, but you know, he did good right before. That was a very big free that he made. At this point, you mustn't let it affect the rest of the team, because the momentum is on your side right now. You're going to ride this wave and make a comeback, but you're now kind of disrupting. Actually, if you think about it, I mean, Cedric's a pretty good size as well. I don't know how. He's
Cedric
not
is
quite as tall, but
they do have pretty
reasonable size, right?
Yeah, they got about 3 to 4 big names actually.
Yeah. All right, 7 points, still single digit though.
Oh. What a mistake by Aiden.
Yeah. That's what I mean, you know. You can't crumble at this point. Get it together.
You're doing good.
All right, see if Sashi can calm them down. It's right there. See if they can get a turnover from this.
Still so much time left.
Yeah. All right, Cedric with the rebound. Getting loud in here. Aiden finds Andres. Oh. They've been
not caught it.
But you know, the backboard has just been unfriendly to Jurong for the last 2 possessions.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a little bit concerning that I think Jaden was holding his hamstring just then. He's gone to Sashi to signal. I think he might be cramping. Right. So do we need a timeout? Sashi going to use a timeout, or he's going to...
Popping in out.
Yeah. All right, Tan Yong Hong, number 23. Back for Jurong set.
ACSI got to capitalize on this advantage right now.
That's true. Either that or Tan Yong Hong, you just got to play hard on defense, just hustle.
Yeah.
I mean, skill level's not the same as Jaden, but you know.
It can go both ways.
Yeah, it can. Yeah. You know, it's still enough time. It's 5.5 minutes. And with, you know, lots of people in foul trouble, all kinds of things. There's a lot of... That was a costly turnover. Wasn't expecting Andres to do that. He's been doing very well up until then.
That's two consecutive mistakes over there.
that happens with young players, right? You make a turnover and you try and make up for it, but in just being overzealous and making up for it, you end up fouling.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen that a lot before.
I think that's going to be a good experience for Andres.
Yeah, he's one of the U16 players that are getting ready to go to the Philippines for the SIBA U16 tournament. Important rebound there. I must say, Mukun's defense, he times these deflections quite well, doesn't he? Oh, he got it back. I was about to say, don't be impatient. Number one, Ian. Ian had been sitting out for a long time. I saw that. Almost thought he was going to get away with it, but the rest were just a split second late in calling it. But Joven is coming in for Lee Junhong, number 7. So Jaden looks like he's being sprayed on outside of the court right now. You think he's going to come back in? See if they come away with a loose ball. All right, Aiden. Good hustle there. Still ACSI ball. Score hasn't moved for a while. Defense looks a little bit hesitant, which so does the offense.
Shot clock.
Yeah, shot clock violation. It's quite uncharacteristic of them, right? I mean, they kind of took a while to decide what they wanted to do, and then for ACSI to have the shot.
Seven-point game.
Yep, they retain possession. I don't know, without the two twin towers, they're kind of a little bit hesitant with I was about to ask, what do you think they're going to do on the offensive side? So the story of Jurong's comeback has been the threes. Right, they didn't take many in the first half. Yeah, they got that rebound. Four-point game, 3:42. Right, Saoshi's brought out the chair. Larry's doing the same. Somebody asked, can ACSI number 1 dunk? Can Matthew dunk? Actually, I don't know. I've not seen him attempt to dunk. I know that Jaden can, and he did it like when he was like Sec 2 or something.
Oh, I never seen him in Sec 2 playing.
It was in a West Zone games, and he was just kind of, I mean, he didn't do it in game, but he was dunking at halftime. So, I don't know how much of the arena noise our mics are picking up, but it's getting loud.
It's crazy. 3 minutes and 42 seconds to go.
At this point, I have no predictions. You?
I think that Jurong has made a great comeback and getting back into the game.
Yeah. Look, I just want both sides to play well, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, Matthew and the hustle, right? I mean, he's gotten so many steals. I'd be interested to see, you know, from what the player stats generate, right? How many steals Matthew alone has. So Larry has opted to sub Ezekiel out. Nick looking for cutters. They give it to Ethan. Calm. Layup. So at this point, let's see. Both are maintaining their composure quite well, right? Both teams. The ACSI crowd are like stomping on the bleachers.
Very good.
Ooh, manages to pass in there. It's a good move, but doesn't quite finish it. Oh,
shot clock.
Yeah. Ian Cho gets the offensive rebound, but doesn't quite have enough energy to finish it. Meanwhile, the clock's ticking away, 2 minutes 46. Yeah, I think the ACSI guards have just got to be careful when they pass to whoever Matthew's guarding, just because of the hustle. Oh, come on, trap him. Yeah. They didn't kind of manage to edge him onto the baseline, right? And
ACSI calling a timeout.
Yeah. Andres was about to come back in for Jurong set. I think Sashi was giving him a bit of a short rest. But if they have Andres and Jaden back in the game for the last 2.5 minutes, let's see what they can do with this 6-point deficit. Alright, we have a view of the ACSI bench. On screen with Coach Larry drawing up some plays. Meanwhile, on the other side, Jurong's already in the huddle. I'm surprised nobody from MOE has told the ACSI to stop stomping him.
Both sides is going crazy right now.
Because, you know, the stands are shaking. I mean, I'm sure it's sturdy and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I think like in the past years, they had the ADIF finals. Every time the kids stomped, they were told to stop it. Dangerous pass right there, but Jurong does not capitalize on it. Ooh.
1 second left.
Oh, they managed to get a... Let's see what they do with this 1 second. Well, effective defense from Jurong that time. Cedric. Joven. I like the composure of Joven. You look at him now compared to like when he first came on the game.
Yeah.
He was like nervous. Wow.
There you go, Cedric with the
Yeah, he's doing the big man's job, right? I mean, you know, like Lo Hang's fouled out, but meanwhile, right back at you. That's Ethan. If I were Jurong, you'd speed it up. You've got a 6-point gap to make, and it's less than 2 minutes. Okay, Jurong draws the foul on Aston.
Aston found out.
I was just looking. All right.
Execute back one.
That's even got one on each side, right? It fouled out.
Yeah. I think it's more detrimental for Ouyang Lokhang
Yeah.
to foul out. Oh.
Well, Cedric. Let's see how he responds to this. He keeps his cool. And defend. So no one is going out to close at that point.
1 minute.
I would have thought that Andres at this point, yep, is he going to go straight to the basket?
Oh, no shots. Nothing.
Jaden.
Trouble. Mistake.
Yeah, I was curious about that decision right there. Because what we've seen from Andres earlier in the game is he gets the ball and he just goes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes.
Without hesitation.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes when he shouldn't have because he's going to 3 people. But in that situation, I was curious like why he didn't. Because it's 1 minute. They need to get a stop. They need to get a couple of threes. Shoot that. Andres with the second chance opportunity, but he doesn't convert. It's a little bit too much energy and hits the back rim and he's back on defense.
Oh, 24 seconds left.
Wait, who they called the foul on? Is that Jaden? Oh no. Wait, so Dell has just been taken out and Luke has been put in. And it looks like Jaden is done. Or is he? Sashi's asked for a timeout. But Jaden is basically limping to the bench already.
Yeah, Jaden is out.
Yeah. Some of these like loose ball situations. 1 possession on the clock, pretty much. Shot clock and game clock is in.
I mean, 24 seconds. There's still time for them to attack fast.
Yeah,
Just 6 points.
I know, but that's like, you know, us watching a lot of, for the people who watch NBA and you think, yeah, but, you know, let's be real here. I mean, I would like for them to do something great. And yes, 24 seconds, actually it could be 2 possessions, right? But that's what I was saying, like when there's 2 minutes left, you got to pick up the pace. The sense of urgency has got to be there. And I don't often see that with the youth players because, you know, you're not Tracy McGrady, you're not getting 13 points in 35 seconds. So they're going to play the foul game. Really?
Free throw.
I think the Reggie Miller 8 points in 9 seconds and Tracy McGrady's 13 points in 35 seconds has kind of ruined it for the rest of us because, you know, we watch the game and think, yeah, that could happen. And it could.
And that's done. 7 points. That's 3 possessions already.
Yeah, well, let's see. Let's see what they're doing with this. I do like the fight from Jurong. Okay, let's go. This number 7. Oh. he was good earlier with some, just really determined drives to the basket, right? I hope he keeps that determination.
Oh.
Wait, what's going on here?
Does Jurong still have a timeout?
Yeah, the crowd is gone quiet for a bit. People are wondering. I'd like to be able to.
The ACSI camp is about to celebrate.
Yeah.
They're all standing up.
The Jurong set are kind of sitting quietly. But I'd like to hear what Sashi is saying right now. I'm curious to see him. He's still drawing up plays. And let's see what his players can get him.
Probably they will go for a quick three and try it out.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Looking at this game, you wouldn't think that there are a lot of notable three-point shooters on this team because they haven't relied on the three. Right? That's not their go-to move, but it's just that they made a few key threes when they needed to. And it does look like, from a bench perspective, ACSI quality-wise, numbers-wise, had a better bench. Is he going to shoot it? He's going to go straight to the basket. Ooh, he makes it. All right. See if we can get not getting a stop there. Yeah, you want to make the basket and try and get the stop immediately, but they weren't able to get the stop immediately. 11 seconds. Actually, the Jurong supporters are standing up as well.
It's the final 11 seconds.
Yeah, no, I like that they're invested in the game.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to cheer. Okay. Student leaders have the sign up that says quiet, please. Back to 7 points. What's he gonna do? Are they gonna go for a shot? Wow. Shoot it. He misses, but the fact that the ACSI players were so double teaming and just swarming defense at the end, that's credit.
Yeah,
credit to the team. Yeah. And I think the story for BDIP this year is that defense wins championships, right?
The way they play right from the start, the style.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that I've, watched a lot of ACSI games, but in the past, they're not known as a defensive team. They're just known as, they have a lot of offensive weapons, which they do, as you can see, Matthew, Kavian, Ethan, all these people. But yeah, I think this year the difference is the swarming, persistent defense.
I guess this got to give the coaching staff their credit for putting on, training them up to be such a defensive squad.
Larry giving his team a clap. He's clapping his team up. Well, that's it for us. ACSI are the BDIP champions. Well, we hope you've enjoyed the live streams on the KOTC app. And we'll look out for C-Div streams and A-Div streams. The A-Div second round will start on 7th of May. And let's see if we can get more of the player stats going. Maybe they'll be published after the game. But yeah, look out for more games on KOTC app. And Coach Darren, you want to sign off? Any last words?
All right, thanks for having me.
All right. Well, have a good afternoon, everyone.